Leslie, I apologize. I just lost my audio. But I think as far as the government shutdown, the reality is that Senate Democrats have typically been loath to shut down the government. And I think that much of this is probably them posturing because so much of their base is looking to put pressure on their voters. And so their base is giving a lot of pressure, say, we need you to stand up to Donald Trump. And so they're going through this exercise of wanting to have an amendment. But at the end of the day, I think it's really hard to see a scenario in which Senate Democrats actually push forward in shutting down the government. I think that if they were to go that path, it would actually give the executive branch more authority because the executive branch can decide what actually is essential versus non-essential programs to fund. I'd step back a second and say a couple of things I'd encourage y'all to watch, though, is there's a lot of discussion about it being a clean CR, but in actuality, the House put in a provision that actually gives the executive branch and the president even more authority on tariffs. And it statutorily says in national emergency, the president has this authority. So it's the legislative branch giving even more power to the executive branch. And secondly, if this is fully funded, I think the Trump administration has been itching for a fight on the Impoundment Act. And I think they want to set up a scenario in which they impound the funds and then they go to court and say, we have the ability not to actually spend these dollars that have been allocated by Congress. They've been itching for that fight, and they think that a CR gives them more latitude there. That if it's a full appropriations bill that specifies where the money is going, it becomes harder. But if it's a continuing resolution, they think it gives them a little bit of a leg up in a court proceeding moving ahead.